it's time to start carving. So you might as well grab your tools, grab some veggies, grab some fruit, and we're gonna sit and carve. So let's go do it. Hello, Chef Ray here. On today's show, we're going to be doing some different things today with some different vegetables and fruits. Just want to let you know some of the tools that we're going to be using today. We're actually going to be using some different sizes of U and V cutters. U cutters are called that way because obviously they're a U cutter. The V cutters obviously because they're a V cut. We're also going to be using a tie knife. These knives are very flexible, actually made of aluminum, very sharp, and I'm actually using a Deba knife. Blade's very thin, also very flexible. And another little contraption, which is actually a vegetable curler, like a heavy-duty razor blade for turning fruits and vegetables, just like you would do on a pencil. Again, everything can be done with one knife. These tools just make our job easier. Be very careful when using these because, of course, both ends are sharp. So as you're holding them, you want to be very careful that you don't stab yourself. So safety first, artistry second. So be careful, and what do you say? We take these tools of the trade and we make some magic. We're going to do a little whimsical piece, and we're going to incorporate some stuff that we did at a previous episode and see if you can recall when we did that. I've actually got a yellow squash here, kind of a nice curvature. I've actually cut a little flat piece off, and I've actually carved a little beak here. Use our little toothpicks here to make sure that we can attach this accordingly. I actually used 2 of these so that this won't twist. So we can get it to sit flat. We've got our U cutter. I guess we should make eyes, shouldn't we? That would be a big help. I'm actually going to take this out and turn it over, reinsert it. Same thing over here. Okay. I'm actually going to take the U cutter, take this little piece out. I'm actually going to take that piece and turn it over, reinsert it here. Now, for the feathers, I'm actually going to take my V cutter and actually make the feathers here. We're actually going to cut underneath these with our knife to get them to stand out here. Again, going long along the axis here. Get these to actually stand out here. Now we're going to take our knife and just cut a thin layer underneath these, just so we can begin to see what we did here. Don't cut too deep because then the squash will break here. Pop this out a little piece here. Okay. All righty. Let's get that little piece out of there. Okay. Go all the way around here. Get these pieces out. Again, being careful not to cut very deep because then the squash will lose some of its integrity. Again, we can actually go shallow along the surface and then bend our tool in so that we can get more of that natural bend to these so that as they dry, they'll actually curl inward, which means you have to go just barely along the surface before you angle this V cutter in. Takes a little bit of skill, a little practice to get used to, but a couple of times you'll have it down. Okay, now that we've got this piece, I've actually cut 2 pieces of turnip here. These are roughly about the thickness of my little finger. What I'm going to do is actually cut the design of the wings here. This needs to come a little point here. All right, to kind of round this off as wings are. Round it off a little bit more there. Clean up this side here. Let's see here, I've got 2 toothpicks here. So we'll stick them on the inside here. And this will go on this far side, like so. Now, you have to remember which way the wings are going, so if that was on one side, then the other one has to go the other way. Most people make the mistake of cutting them both the same way, including yours truly. So you want to be careful that you don't do that. We'll take our knife here and kind of round this off. Once again, we'll take the 2 toothpicks here. Again, just putting them in on the side here. Okay. Now this particular piece wanted to break off, so we're going to take the toothpicks out and we're going to try that one more time here. Making sure that they don't show from the other side. Let's see here. One here, one there. Of course, it has to have a tail. I happen to have a few extra toothpicks here. I actually have some rhubarb here. Now the end of this squash is very hard, so I actually want to make the holes first because the rhubarb will want to break if you try to force it here. So we're going to put one there. We're going to grab another one here. Making sure that you know how far in to push your toothpicks, otherwise they will in fact stick through the other side. And again, if this piece broke, we can always take and get a much longer piece of toothpick here. Make that work. I'm going to do one long one here. Now for this piece, we need something pretty long here. So I think that we can get this to work here. And in this case, I can actually tuck this piece in. It's a very small piece here. Cut a little notch in here and actually tuck it in so it'll fit between the slices there. And turn this a little bit that way. And, okay, boys and girls, there you go. There's your bird. Little rhubarb, a little bit of turnips, and we're good to go. And there you have it. So hopefully you'll join us next time when we get to show you some other little toys. And just a reminder, if you need tools, books, DVDs, you need to learn, you can go to the website, www.chefgarnish.com, located in Torrance, and get your carving fix, if you will, so that you can learn more, get the proper tools, and begin to become the true culinary artist that is inside each and every one of us. So until then, carve on.